Hi there. There's a lot of dating advice around there, telling women to tell men what they want when they are dating. So, for example, if on an online dating app, if you match with a man and he asks you out and he asks you, for example, let's say on a coffee date or a walking date or something that you don't like, it's not your type. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying it's not your type. You're not a type of woman to go on a coffee date or a walk date or a drink date. You prefer lunch, or you prefer dinner, or you prefer brunch or breakfast, or an activity, whatever it is. If he asks you on that coffee or drinks date, you don't like it, there's lots of advice telling women what to tell a man. So tell him that you don't like that, you don't like a coffee date, you don't like, or tell him that you prefer lunch, or tell him that you prefer dinner. So my advice is to not do that, to not tell a man that, because the purpose of dating is to vet men, is to see how he is and if he's a match to you or not. So if he invites you on a coffee date, and it can be the first date, can be the second date, the third date, whatever. If he asks you on a coffee date and you don't like coffee dates, that's your cue to move on. That's not your cue to teach that man how you are or change that man, because that's already changing. You're already trying to change him. Maybe you haven't even met him and you're already trying to change him, and that's not the purpose, really. It's a different story if a man asks you what you prefer doing. That's completely different. So if he asks you out and he asks you what you prefer doing, and you say, oh, I would love to go for lunch, I would love to go for dinner, that's a different story. And a lot of men who are empathic, that are generous, they are serious, they ask that. They ask the woman what you prefer doing. A lot of other men, they don't. They ask, when they ask you on a coffee date or whatever, they are telling you their preference. They are telling you how they are, because a date is not just for you, it's for both of you, and it's for him as well. So he is okay with that type of date. If you are not, just move on, right? Because I had a lady the other day on the group of the feminine energy on Facebook telling me that she did that. She had a guy asking her on a drink date or a walk. We can go for a drink or we can go for a walk. And she told him, oh, I'm not available for that, but I am available for lunch this week on Wednesday, whatever. And he said, oh, okay, that's fine, let's do that. And then they went on the date, and he wanted her to pay half of the lunch. And then she was very surprised and said, I was thinking that you were asking me, so I'm a bit confused. Why do I have to pay half? And he told her, but that was your idea. Right? You never asked her on a lunch date. You never asked her what she preferred doing. It was her idea. Right? And I'm laughing because it's like common sense. I'm not saying that guy is right, and it can be a bit rude, yes, to do that. It's not proper of a proper gentleman to do that. But the truth is that it was her idea. That's not what he invited her for. He invited her for a coffee. Or no, not for a coffee, for a drink or for a walk. That's what he invited for. That was his investment. That was he was looking for. If she wanted something different, okay, then it's your idea, you pay. That's the type of, that is showing you who he is, by the type of date that he chooses. So he's not even concerned with asking you what you prefer, what do you want. He's not concerned about that. He's not concerned about you and your preferences. He's concerned about himself. He's telling you his standards. He's telling you what he wants, and you either fit on that. You are a match, and you great. I love coffee dates, and you go, or you just move on. Because most of the time this situation's not going well, because you don't need, as a feminine powerful woman, a woman in your power, you don't need to teach men how to treat you. You don't need that's a bit motherly, right? You have to teach him how I want to be treated. No, you have to find a man who knows how to treat you the way you deserve, the way it's a match to you. Maybe it's a match to another woman with different standards, right? And we just have to accept and accept, because you don't want to start, meeting someone already trying to change that person. I'm already teaching him how no, we're not here dating to teach people, right? We are here to find our partner, to find the right match to ourselves. I'm not saying everything is going to be perfect, because you're getting to know each other, but it's very different when someone asks you, or a man asks you, what you prefer to do, what are your preferences, then is that when he is inviting you to something, right? You say, no, I prefer something else. I usually give this example. It's like you are invited to a wedding, and the wedding is in a certain venue, and you're going to tell the groom and the bride, they say, no, I don't like that place. You better get another place. I have to teach them how to treat me, and you have to go to another place that I prefer. I mean, you're being invited, right? You either say yes or no, but you have to respect that person's preference, and also respect who they are. So if they're not a match, move on until you find a person that invites you exactly to the type of date you like, or asks you what you prefer to do.